YouTube, what's going on? Andrew Darling here, Mr. Darling 4. I want to take a quick minute with you guys and just talk real quick about driving for Uber. So I've driven for Uber since about November. I've done it mostly part-time. I recently wrote a piece on Tech Dissected about what the best phone was for driving Uber. So Uber gives you the opportunity to rent a phone essentially. They'll send you an iPhone. It's anywhere between like a 4S and an iPhone 6. They just send you one. It's like 10 bucks a week. I decided not to do that. I like to think I have enough phones laying around that I can make them work. So recently, actually on Father's Day, I picked up something that I did a video about, and I'm going to tell you why that kind of changed my thinking about what the best phone for Uber would be. So, and if it's even actually a phone. The phone that I said was the best phone was the OnePlus One, which I've had, and it's been my primary device for the better part of the last, just about a year. I got mine last July, and we're still technically in June. So on Father's Day, I was able to go and pick up the LG G Pad F 8.0. I've been using that actually as my primary Ubering device. So one of the issues with the iPad Air 2 is you can't put the Uber Partner app on it. The Uber Partner app is a separate app that the drivers use. Okay, so it looks like this, and generally it says Uber Partner, not just Partner. I just changed that for sake of whatever, for just so it fits down there and looks kind of good. So I've been using this this device as my Ubering device. I recently started doing Uber full time, kind of a career change thing, and it was something to see as I transition into whatever my new career tends to be. I was going to do it more. So this is kind of what the Uber Rider app looks like. So I'm going online now. Obviously, I'm not going to zoom in too far. I mean, you guys can tell I'm in Columbia, South Carolina. But what happens when somebody pages you or sends you a request is your screen goes black, it goes down into a circle, and then you can accept, you have 15 seconds to accept the ride. Not really what this whole thing is about here. It's more about this device. So the LG G Pad F 8.0 is not a high-end device. It's a pretty mid-level device. Pretty modest specs by today's flagship standards. So why is this better than this? Okay. Well, here's why. If you use your phone and you use your primary phone, it's hooked, and that's what it's designed to do. Okay, so your phone is going to be hooked up, mounted somewhere. Actually, I put pictures in my article I wrote as well. Just so you can see kind of what it looks like. If you have it mounted up by the rear view mirror, if you have a cup mount, if you have one of the little clips on your AC, there's a bunch of different ways to mount it. So the problem is, while you drive Uber in a town like Columbia, there's a lot of downtime. During that downtime, do you want to just leave your phone sitting up there in the sun, or do you want to use your phone? Do you want to play around on it? Okay. My kind of goal since I've been doing this was to have my phone and have another device, whether it be another phone, whether it be the iPad, which I tried to use for a while. I use it for navigation and whatnot, but it was clunky and it took up space and didn't do what I wanted it to do because I couldn't put the Uber Rider app on there. So the tablet obviously is with T-Mobile. The tablet has the LTE radios in it, has GPS in it, it has all the stuff that you need. So once you have this set up, it actually does text messaging as well. So I can accept a ride, navigate to a place, text the person. The only thing that I can't do on this is call. And I could do it if I wanted to, do it through a Hangouts dialer or something like that. I could do it no problem. But I don't. I use my phone for that. So either this or the G4, which I'm recording on, I have that hooked up to Bluetooth, and I use this to call my rider. The other thing that it does, okay, is the screen. So if we say that we want to go to, say we want to go to the airport here in Columbia, I punch in the Maps app, say I pick somebody up from the airport, okay? When I pick somebody up from the airport, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. So this is where I recently was, downtown Columbia. I dropped somebody off on Assembly Street at the Courtyard by Marriott. And obviously the reflection here is kind of rough. But, so navigating with something this size is hugely beneficial. Okay, I use a cup mount, which I'm actually going to do a review for here shortly. So it holds it up in between the passenger and me, and they get to see this the entire time I'm navigating. So they know I'm taking the shortest way. I'm not joyriding. I'm not doing anything. So I've actually changed my mind recently on what the best phone for driving Uber is, and it's not a phone. It's a tablet, and it's not a high-end tablet. It's a mid-grade, almost budget level tablet that it does what it's supposed to do. Does it lag? Is it slow when you're trying to do a lot of things at once? Yes, it does. It's a middle of the road tablet. It's not supposed to be super fast, no lag, but it allows you to do a lot of really good things. And it allows me to keep my phone free, whether it's the OnePlus One or the G4. It allows me to hook my phone up to Bluetooth. It allows me to talk on the phone and not have to worry about if my phone starts vibrating because I need to accept a ride. I don't have to worry about that. I have free use of my phone while I'm able to keep this thing mounted. The riders have a better opportunity to use this in order to know that I'm taking the fastest route possible, because Google will keep updating it and say fastest route, fastest route. So for me, that gives me a little bit more confidence. It allows my riders to know, that we are going the fastest way. And especially if they're visiting Columbia, South Carolina, that's a big deal for them because they don't know. And I definitely want to make sure that, as an Uber driver, I'm not, shooting other folks in the foot. I'm not doing things that are going to, give other drivers, especially in this area, a bad name. So, like I said, I use a phone and a tablet when I'm out driving for Uber. It's a fun process. It's not too terrible. It's a little added expense for some folks, but at the end of the day, I think it's worth it. So, what do you guys think? Are there other Uber drivers out there? What tools do you guys use? What tricks do you use? What's important to you as you're going through and developing your stuff? So I appreciate the time, guys. I know I kind of went and rambled a little bit, but the LG G-Pad F 8.0, very solid device for Ubering, and it also works for Lyft as well. So I have the Lyft app on here. I've actually had my account. I turned my account off because I didn't make it to Charlotte to go drive there enough. So I appreciate it, YouTube. Thank you guys so much for taking the time. I know this has been a longer video than normal, but I'm going to try and get a bunch of them up today, so we'll see what happens. You have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.